Hi, welcome back. I'm so excited to be putting on some makeup today. It's a really gloomy day today, so I have to have my ring light set up today. So sorry for the artificial light. I know some people don't prefer it. I don't either. But we gotta do what we gotta do. I know you're probably sick of me talking about it, and so am I, but my perioral dermatitis is going away. It's looking really good. I've been on the antibiotics now for almost a week. I'm just gonna put my hair back. So I've been dabbling in some makeup and it's been going okay. I've got some breakouts right now unrelated to that, just my time of the month, and I've been picking at my face, so we gotta cover some of that up. The last few times I've done my makeup, I've been doing it a particular way, so I thought I would show you guys how I've been wearing it, because I've been really liking it. Because I haven't worn makeup in so long, I'm really kind of feeling like something super natural. When you haven't seen your face with like a full face of makeup on in so long, it just can look a little jarring. So if you like natural, easy makeup, you're gonna love this. So I actually, for the skin prep, this technique is trending on Twitter that like professional makeup artists use to make celeb skin look really good on the red carpet. And so I'm like, absolutely, I want that. I'm just gonna use this primer. This is by Becca, which isn't around anymore, unfortunately, but really any illuminating primer. They don't specify which primer. So I'm just gonna dot it right here because I don't want to touch my face. They just say any illuminating primer, and this is just what I have. I'm not usually a primer person. I don't know, are you guys primer people? Like, I know people who wear like full faces of makeup like swear by primer, but like I don't really wear like foundation or anything like that. I'm usually like, if I wear foundation, it's a really light coverage. You know, I don't do like the whole full face like that, so our primer is even really necessary. I just don't know. I always just like a good moisturizer instead. But okay, so then they were product specific with this. The Hollywood Flawless Filter Charlotte Tilbury. I've been using this for years, but I've never used it as like an all over base. I usually use it as like the high points of my face as a highlighter, and it's absolutely beautiful because it's super natural looking. This is pricey, but especially if you're not using it like all over your face. But even just that, like I didn't have to re-dip it. This has lasted me years. I want to say like 3 years, which you might be like, that's gross, but I'm like, who's throwing their makeup out? I just would love to know. Anyway, so I'm blending this in. Actually, in the video, they like mix this and the foundation together, but I've found that I get better coverage when I do them separate. So I'm just applying it all over. And oh, this is the shade 2. I don't know if I said that. But it just gives like a really nice glow. It really doesn't have like coverage, like it's not a foundation, but if you didn't really want coverage but you just wanted like a nice glow, like this is really pretty. Just kind of, it looks like a little sweaty like on camera because of the lights, but in person it just has like a very like lived in look. For foundation, I'm going to use the NARS Tinted Moisturizer, and I'm just going to dab that all over. This is a nice light coverage, but it's kind of buildable. This is shade 1.2. And then I'm just blending it over top of that. And it does kind of subdue the glow a little bit, so you don't have that like super shiny, super shiny look. But oh my god, it feels so good to wear makeup again, you guys. I've missed it so much. Not wearing makeup like is fine, but not wearing makeup when you have like a rash you desperately want to cover, hell. And honestly, I really wish I didn't. Like, I like held back on doing the oral antibiotics for so long because I was kind of like scared. Like I was like, what if it makes me nauseous? And like, cause you know, some people don't tolerate antibiotics super well. And I don't know, I was just like scared. I was like, I don't want a medication. So I did like everything I could without having to do it. But honestly, I've been on it for like just under a week and it's going away so fast, and I've had 0 negative side effects. So I'm like, why didn't I do this months ago? Okay, concealer. Obsessed with this concealer now for months and months and months. This is the Armani Luminous Silk Concealer in the shade 4.75. I don't think I would have bought this because I don't know, I haven't heard anybody talk about this. But they sent it to me last year, and it was during a time where like I was struggling with concealer so much. Any concealer I used just looked really cakey, it was creasing, it was smearing my mascara. I just like was not feeling concealer. And so they sent this to me and I was like, I did not have high hopes, I'll be honest. I was like, it's gonna be like too like cakey, I don't know. I just like, when I think of like Armani and stuff, I think of like a full face of makeup, and that's just like not my vibe. But when I tell you this is the best concealer, for me at least, I love it. It's just got the perfect amount of coverage in my opinion, and it just doesn't crease. Obviously all concealers crease, like we have lines under our eyes, but like out of every concealer I've tried like in a long time, this is the one. I don't really use that on my face though, because I think like liquid concealer on like blemishes and stuff is kind of sucks. So I'm using this Jones Road concealer stick. It's a little bit too dark for me, but I think it works with the breakouts, because I just want to cover like just that one spot, you know? And so these little pens, or pencils I mean, are good for that. Okay, so here's the skin. Like, you guys, it's looking amazing. All right, so that's the end of the like, you know, the red carpet thing. But then I've been doing, okay, another thing I've been doing differently is, instead of putting my bronzer like right from the stick, which I've been doing for so long, I've been rubbing it onto the brush and then patting it on, and I just get like a much more natural look, and it's a lot easier to blend. For a long time I've been like, how are people blending things seamlessly? And honestly, maybe it's the filters and I'm just falling for it. Like when you see someone like on TikTok like putting makeup on and everything just like melts into the skin, it's filters, right? Like that's why it looks like that. Because when I do it in person, it just always looked patchy. But look how much like more diffused. So much better. I feel like what I need to do is stop just watching people do makeup and then emulating them. I need to just figure out like what works for me, because we all have different faces and we all have like different skin textures, and you know, because this is getting me the effect I've been wanting, but I just had to do it in a different way. So I don't know, if you've been struggling with that as well, try it this way. Try, you know, with your cream products, building it onto the brush first, and then I'll like take the beauty blender and just lightly go over it. And it just makes everything look kind of more seamless. And then I do the same with the blush, and this is the blush I've been liking, Merit, and the shade is Beverly Hills. It's just kind of like a mauve-y rose color. Okay, and I still like can't figure out placement of blush because I feel like it changes all the time, like what's trending. But I was on Danessa Myricks' Instagram the other day, or it was last night, and I was watching her like put makeup on, and she did it like on the apples and then up onto the cheekbone, and I'm like, okay, bet. So that's what I'm gonna do. But here's like my issue. I'm like, I put it and then it looks like weird not having it, like it's like under the eyes are just white and then cheeks are red, which I'm like, maybe that is supposed to be how it is, but I don't know. But she was kind of like, maybe I'll take like a smaller brush and just kind of blend it around. She was kind of like blending it like a little bit under the eyes, but not really placing it under the eyes, just kind of like blending around there so it doesn't have that like harsh, you know. And then obviously the beauty blender really helps. Okay, Now I look nice and glowy, but I'm gonna just put a little bit more of the filter, Hollywood filter, on the high points of my face, because this is just, it's beautiful. So just so I have a little bit more there. Okay, so if you guys know me, you know I hate powder. I don't like powdering my face. I think it looks bad. It makes me look dry. It's just not the look I'm going for. I hate the way it feels. Whatever. Kosas powder. It's as good as they say. It's as good as they say. It does not have like a powdery look. And I especially hate powder under my eyes. However, I've found that it is absolutely crucial in making sure that my mascara does not run. I think just my eyes have just changed as I've gotten older, you know, just like a little bit more fine lines. I also have like a OCD tic where I like scrunch up my eyes, so my mascara just runs all the time. But when I do this, it, you know, gets rid of like the wetness so that it's less emollient, so it doesn't break down the mascara. So it's a combination of this technique plus the concealer that has just kept my mascara in place and my concealer from creasing. But look, it doesn't have that cakey, dry look that a lot of powder has. And then I'll just kind of take it like a little bit on where I get a little oily and my makeup tends to break down a little, and just kind of on where I put the concealer on the blemishes, and that's it. All right, so let's get into some eyebrows. My microblading has sadly worn off, and I really loved it, and maybe I'll get it done again someday, but for now we must fill in. But I don't like a full filled in brow anymore, on me at least. It just looks like harsh, so I'm just like lightly, it's just like an Anastasia pencil. I ordered the Benefit pencil. I haven't gotten it yet, but I know a lot of people love that one. And now that I'm back to filling in my brows, I had to like catch up to what everyone was using. But yeah, just like little feathery strokes where the microblading has worn off. I just keep them soft, you know? I just like a natural brow. Like, I don't pluck my eyebrows because I really like that look of like the hairs down below. I just pluck in the middle because I do have a little bit of a unibrow. Nothing major. This I am obsessed with. The Refi Brow. I feel like everyone was talking about this for a while back, and I just was like, I don't need another brow product. And then they sent me this, and boy was I wrong. This is the best. I'm obsessed with it. Nothing holds my brows up like this. Like, not the NYX glue, not the Patrick Ta, like not the Brow Freeze, like nothing holds my brows quite like this one. And I just love it. Okay, for eyes, let's just keep it simple. I'm gonna use a new product to me, but the concept is still the same. It's just a light, like, warm brown. This is by Dear Dahlia, and the shade is Butter Beige. And it's just like, it's like my eyelids but better color. So it'll be different depending on what your skin tone is, but essentially it's just like a little warmer version of my skin. And that's what I'm going for. Just to kind of warm it up. So let's see, I haven't used this, but the color looks like right up my alley. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm loving this. That is so pretty. Can you guys see it? It's like barely anything. It's literally my eyelids, but better. Instant new fave. Oh, I just found out they're refillable because I just popped it out by accident. Okay. Instant new fave. Again, Butter Beige if you're a fair skin tone, or even like this would be a good transition shade if you're into that. I don't really wear more than one color nowadays, but I'm just gonna do a little bit under the eye. Oh, I love this. I've literally been looking for something just like this. Like, I barely want anything. I just want a little bit of warmth around the eye. Just kind of brings out my eyes, adds a little bit of dimension without looking like eyeshadowy. Okay, let's curl the lashes now. So we're about to be done. And still on my Ilia mascara train. I just love it. I hate the brush though, if I'm being honest. It's just too big, but the mascara itself, really good. You just have to be careful not to like get it all over your eye. But it's like super black and fluffy, and it just doesn't smudge very easily, which, you know, that's my struggle. Okay, everything's done except lips. I have some options here. If you think I like my whole face to be natural, oh my god, don't even get me started on the lips. I can't do lipstick anymore. I just don't like lipstick. Should I do a whole video on my favorite no lipstick lip products? Because I have a lot and I'm looking right at them all. Like, I used to be into like the lip liner lipstick thing, and now like when I put it on, I instantly take it off. Because I look in the mirror and I'm just like, who do you think you are? Anyway, this is my fave right now, and it's by Ilia as well, and it's their Balmy Tint in the shade Lady, and it looks really dark, but it's not. I just kind of rub it in like this. Oh, come on. All right, let's take out these clips. Okay, that kinked my hair. And the whole point of these is to not kink. That's okay, I'm not going anywhere. Okay, I want to quickly show you in natural lighting. It's showing a lot, like it's a lot brighter out than it actually is. And maybe I should have filmed it with the natural light after all. But I wanted to show you in natural lighting what it looks like. Don't talk about my mustache. And you can see under the eyes. That's not super cakey. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video.